Wonderful. So then. Anyway, yes. Hello, guys, and we are back with some more Doll's Nest. I totally didn't pass out before we even started. What are you talking about? Alright. So we are back with some more Doll's Nest. Let's actually get over to the game. Cool. And we got some red doors to clear out. But first of all, I got a bunch of new parts to try and find with lore. So I'm probably just going to read all my parts that are just tier 1, aside from the junk frames. So then, Type 13 CF Takuma. Light grade versatile mobile with ultra thin armor, favored by the Nagrad's elite special forces. This equipment is designed to excel in lightning fast hand-to-hand combat. This frame model ultralight armor is designed so thin that it resembles a skeleton. Excellent. Alright, type 06CF Kishima. Do we have that? Because I thought we already had a Kishima part. Apparently not. Cool. Alright. Heavy grade versatile mobile module. Designed with concentrated front facing armor for assault operations. Used by Nagrad's frontline forces. Part of the offensive frame's modules designed to annihilate all in its path. This design utilizes its own weight as a momentum to propel forward in battle. However, it is hard to keep it upright when not in motion. Alright? XXX SSX. Well balanced mid grade versatile mobile model. Details of this model design are unknown. A now extinct colony most likely gave birth to this technology. Alright. This looks like it might be like Gundam wings, or Gundam legs. Alright. Alright. FC-101 Boston. Mid-grade beast mobile model with excellent thermal resistance. With high corrosion resistance, this model is perfect for scouting contaminated areas. Faval developed this frame technology to survive the harsh lower levels of the mass breakout of the variants. The environment of the lower levels has become so harsh that there are barely a safe place to stand. Those beast mobility modules were adapted to minimize contact with the ground. Alright. Alright, LCF-06B4 Epona. High-grade beast module made with ultra-high thermal resistance. Alright, this one has reverse legs. Among the oldest lightweight frame technology in Avad. However, it is used to this day as a superb design. This design serves as a prototype of future high mobility frame technologies. As a result, as the first alternative to versatile mobility units, this frame's groundbreaking design freed nymphs from the limitations of their own perceptions. Alright. Alright. And then Avad. Heavy grade beast mobile module. Let's take a look at these. Yeah, just look at those chunky legs. Designed with concentrated rear armor when the user is surrounded. a custom-made frame technology from Harros. This module had abandoned frontal armor completely. This equipment was favored by the great warrior of the small, ancient colony, whose name was lost to the annals of time. Legend has it that the lone warrior defended their base single-handedly, fending off wave after waves of Guardian invaders, and emerged victorious. Alright, now we have the Karag, or A2C2 Karag. What do you look like? Ah, this is the one's wheeled. Excellent. A versatile wheeled frame of Picorian design. In the early stages of colonization, Picoria excelled in productions of wheeled mobility frames like this one. Following the collapse of Vard, however, it rapidly shifted to straight leg frame productions to better flood the land with leg variants. Alright. And we have the Vokal, mid-grade rocket module. Mobility module with concentrated front-facing armor developed in Harros based on the frame design in Piccoria, and usually delivered to Grandia, primarily used as close air support to frontline ground forces. The front of this module is heavily armored and bulletproof, as missions is expected to run. It meant to take fire, and has long enough thrust to keep fighting even if it loses a leg. This frame will remain in the air so long as it has its own living pilot. Alright, so I guess that's suggesting it has a incredible, flight time? Ah, now we're into some of our... Yeah, look at all these quad legs. Alright. MMC036. Heavy-grade multi-pedal mobility module with high thermal resistance. Replacing mobile model made in Buchan. Some believe this module was developed to compete against Aquelad's multi-pedal armored units. However, it is more likely that the Buchan had no other choice but to double the limbs to accommodate additional functions added in the development process. Alright. CMC014. Light-grade multi-pedal mobility module produced in Buchan. It's a small colony in the upper levels. For this module, only the limbs are developed to use replacement parts designed to optimize the payload while maintaining high mobility and multi-pedal modules. Though Buchan accomplished their lofty goal, many users lost faith. The high production operation cost of producing light-grade frames, HOD may never know just how Buchan, sandwiched between titans like Aquila and Grandia, managed to survive this long. Rumor has it that Buchan innovators found favor with the great nymphs and Aquila due to the novelty of their ideas and their sheer creativity. Alright, DMF T02A3 Gogal. Mid-grade multi-pedal mobility module with concentrated front-facing armor. State-of-the-art covert operations equipment made in Grandia was built to help troops make full use of enemy weaponry captured by the Jara Verde. This highly effective module is prized for its superior load-bearing capacity and range of movement. However, its full-scale development was greatly reduced due to the production and maintenance difficulties often associated with multi-pedal mobility modules. Alright. The Schafflon, which I think I'd use this a little bit off screen because, like, hey, this thing was like super light, so it could fly for longer. Didn't really get much use out of it to try and fly for places that were seemingly out of range because they were still out of range. Light grade flying mobility module. Having discarded armor in favor of weight reduction, this frame boasts non-paralleled maneuverability. An aero combat frame recently piloted around the time of its establishment, having served as the mainstay of airborne frames during a large-scale invasions known as the Grand Mission. This frame sacrifices all defenses in the name of mobility, even leaving the skeletal structure exposed in places. Though the airspace it once dominated has been brought under Krallet's control, this frame's aerial prowess is yet off discussed. Alright. Yeah, we're still using the Falcon. Alright. SCF-19B3 Tekimizuchi. Mid-grade flying mobility module with high weak point resistance in order to protecting its surprise attacks. Its armor is concentrated in the rear. A frame developed in a VOD for high-speed aerial infiltration, developed for the purpose of taking out the enemies with one swift surprise strike. Okay. Also, why don't we, now we got those, and why don't we just upgrade all those mobility modules to Tier 2. There we go. Alright. Let's just get those mobility modules upgrade to Tier 2. Well, didn't really, whatever. Upgrade that to Tier 3. So how many more do we need? We need 3 more. Alright. Alright, cool. So I've read all these since I've upgraded them to Tier 2. Now, how many helmets do we need? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see. Alright, we need 12 now. Alright. Next question is, are we gonna have enough money to upgrade all of our shit to level 2 Tier 2 once I finish reading the descriptions? There we go.
準備していってください。ヨヨも回収に行ってきます。
Alright. So then, alright, on to the helmets then. I just want to get over here. Alright, Type 13, FC Takema. Light grade headset module with ultra thin armor. Favored in Nagra's elite special forces, this equipment is designed to excel in lightning-fast hand-to-hand combat. Shaped like a colonel hat, its design houses a neural expansion system that enhances vision and allows the user to detect even a hair's breadth of movement. Alright. Type 09 FC Kishima. High-grade headset module designed with concentrated front-facing armor for assault operations used in Nagra's frontline forces. Part of an offensive frame module designed to annihilate all in its path, known as the Narwhal of Nagra for its elegant shape. Triple X SSX mid-grade headset module, well-balanced reversal mobility modules. Details of this module's origin are unknown. Its thermal mech systems and display system are unlike any other frame technology witnessed in colonies to this date. Alright. Or I wonder if this is supposed to make you look like an AC specifically. Alright. FC 101 Boston. Mid-grade headset module with excellent thermal resistance, high corrosion resistance. This module is perfect for scanning contaminated areas. Bavard developed this frame technology to survive the harsh lower levels after the mass outbreak of the variants. The variants' horde poisoned even the atmosphere, so this module's toxicity safeguards are essential. Alright. LCF06V4 Epona. Light grade headset module with high thermal resistance. Among the oldest lightweight frame technology in Navard. However, it is still used to this day for its superb design. This module served as a prototype for all future high mobility frame technologies. Lightweight, light performance, and excelling in maneuverability. This module became the most mass-produced frame in the history of HOD. Alright. Avard. High-grade headset module, designed with concentrated rear armor for when the user is surrounded. Custom-made frame technology from Heros. This technology had abandoned frontal armor completely. Technicians designed this frame to evade all frontal attacks, while high rear defense negates those from behind. Alright. FBM T02A5 AMAD. Mid-grade headset module with high physical resistance. Grandia's first beast module frame technology. To make this module appear easier to mass produce, its performance specs were limited to average, though the headset module's pronounced design suggests an emphasis on communication functionality. That was not the case. In actuality, Grandia's simply liked the technology to make it any smaller. Alright. A2C2 Karog. Mid-grade headset module with high thermal resistance. A versatile frame of Porygon design. Porygon frames generally support low physical resistance, as their greatest enemy is not bullets, but wind resistance. Alright, then the Vorkle. Mid-grade headset module with concentrated front-facing armor. Developed in Heros based on the frame designs of Porygon. and usually delivered to Grandia, primarily used as close air support for the frontline ground forces. It comes equipped with high-performance device to quickly disseminate friend from foe due to the nature of missions it'll be dispatched in. But if push comes to shove, Grandia has no qualms with bombing their own troops. Alright. DMF T-02A3 Gogol, a mid-grade headset module with concentrated front-facing armor, state-of-the-art covert operations equipped made in Grandia. It was built to help troops make full use of any weaponry captured from the Gyro Verde. The true value of this module lies in its combination of firepower and dexterity. Thus, it is essential that the users can coordinate with all the active units in battle, especially those in the front lines. Because of this, large portions of the equipment are also devoted to communication. Alright. SHL 271 G4 Chaperone. Light grade headset module having discarded armor in favor of weight reduction. This frame boasts non-paralleled maneuverability. An aerial combat frame produced in Aqualad around the time of its establishment, having served as the mainstay of airborne frames during large-scale invasions known as the Grand Mission. This frame sacrifices all defenses in the name of mobility, even leaving the skeletal structure exposed in places. When weight reduction and comms equipment began hampering operations, Aqualad Air Tactics adapted to focus on collective strategy and comms, with this frame as the poster child of that history. Alright. Now we have, is this the last one? Yes, this is the last one of my helmets. FCF-19V3 Takamizuchi. Mid-grade headset module with a high weak point resistance in order to protect against surprise attacks. Its armor is concentrated to the rear. A frame developed by Avad for high-speed aerial infiltration. The progenitor believed in a swift eradication of any and all who would harbor ill against Avad. Alright. Let's get these upgraded. But first of all, do we have the parts to upgrade our helmet that we're actually using? And let's cap it. Mainly doing this so they're marked that I've read the descriptions already. Alright, now how many do we need for the hanger modules? Okay, we need 10. Yeah, we need 10 of the basic ones for upgrading the wings. Do we got, or rather, how much do we have? We have enough for 31. Okay. So actually, before I forget, let's transfer over to... Yeah, I believe it's the accumulation zone. Since we do have a bunch of bionics we can give or we can use. Trying to remember. Wait, no, it wasn't the accumulation zone. Yeah, it's the Great Forest. Yeah. Let's see if that nymph is still just hanging out around here. Hey, I think we got some more parts for you. What are you doing? Here. Quit it. Nothing you do will remove the rust from these tired old joints. I'm done. Done with fighting. Done with killing. Done with all of it. My past will catch up to me, and that'll be the end. My past will catch up to me soon enough. Alright. Let's just reset and see if you moved on or we can give you more parts. Alright, so let's just reset that. You enjoy toying with me. Leave already. What's the point? Your kind tempts others, and mine kind kills. We're simply born this way. I hoped to protect her rather than kill. A mountain of bodies in my wake, all in the name of the Queen Mothers. I knew I was the devil herself. Still, I was convinced that I could protect the child. That I could hold a girl with these blood-soaked hands. Thus, cast out of her nest, the devil awaits her fate, a shadow of her former self. Soon, it'll finally be over. I've laid down my arms. So please, just leave me here to rust. How about, no, have these parts. You asked me to kill again? Add to my sins? No, that's not... Even now I don't give a damn about Grandia while the Queen Mother dies or Hod crumbles to dust. There's nothing left for me to protect. Perhaps there never was. In the end, to the very end, Alright, so we're stuck in that conversation loop. Let's reset again. At this point, it's like, alright, you're either I'm gonna come back one of the times you'll be dead, gone, or that you're gonna be repaired up and you're gonna try and kill me. Let's find out which. And you're gone. Okay. Let's transfer back to the body chamber. See, she's hanging out here now. Yeah, we just got these dual elevators, which I don't know why they're here. like, hello? We got any friend hanging about? At this point, it's looking like a no. But we'll see. Just making sure we're investigating these areas as far as I am aware that we can. So, does this lead anywhere yet? Still, looking like a no. Alright. Yeah, so it's looking like we still got no new friends hanging out around here. Okay then, so that's the wrong button. Alright, so we got all the headsets upgraded. Okay. Now we have all of these hanger parts to take a look at. Alright. Light grade hanger module with ultra thin armor. Or this is the Type 13 FC Takema. Favorite Nagara's elite special forces. This equipment is designed to excel in lightning fast hand-to-hand combat, a colony where firearms are extremely rare, and Nagara's troops use this module to wield blades instead. Alright. Also won't get a drink. Cool. Alright. Alright. Type 09 FC Kishima. Heavy grade handle module designed with concentrated front-facing armor for assault operations used in Nagara's frontline forces, part of the offensive frame module designed to annihilate all in its path. Nagara's warriors do not carry bullets. They are the bullets. Excellent. Triple X SSX. Mid-grade hanger module, well bound for versatile mobility modules. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like an AC booster part, but I'm not. I'm more familiar with like the AC3 version of a armored core. Or they're hyper chunky mechs. The details of this module's origin are unknown. This equipment uses Neuralink mechanism, very different from all other existing colony technologies. No neurological abnormalities have been linked to the use of this at this point in time. Alright. FC-101 Vostom. Mid-grade hangar module with excellent thermal resistance. With high corrosion resistance, this module is perfect for scouting contaminated areas. Volvar's development of this frame technology to survive the harsh lower levels after the mass outbreak of the variants. It is not the nature of the nymphs to abandon their nest. They would rather die than abandon their mother queen. Alright. LCF-06V4 Epona. Light-grade hangar module with high thermal resistance. Among the oldest lightweight frame technology in Avad. However, it is still used to this day for its superior design. This module served as a prototype for all future high-mobility frame technology. The armor to armament, everything about the design is light, yet there is a group of nymphs who strongly oppose the adoption of such technology. One detester eventually broke away from her colony and became a queen mother of her own. Under her command, they began development of their own frame modules in the middle levels. Alright. Then we have the Avad. Heavy-grade hangar module designed with concentrated rear armor. When the user is surrounded, custom-made frame technology from Heros. This module had abandoned frontal armor completely in response to a devastating attack from a single unit using this technology. Grandia restored to neutralizing an invader by bombing the entire battlefield. While the enemy unit was finally defeated, countless allied troops were also destroyed in the process. Since this incident, this Heros-made custom equipment has become more and more common in the middle layers. Alright. A2C2 Karog. Mid-grade hangar module with high thermal resistance, a versatile frame of Porticon design. Some believe that the timing of the variant outbreak in the Porticon shift to aeroframes concluding was merely a coincidence. But when one's pursuit in land speed reaches its ends, one has no choice but to take to the skies. Alright, the Voltile. Mid-grade hangar module with concentrated front-facing armor. Developed in Heros based on the frame design of Porticon, and commonly supplied to Grandia. It is primarily used by frontline air support units. There is nowhere to hide in this wide open skies, let alone when one faces the unmatched accuracy of Gyro Verde high caliber cannons. As such, pilots who wield this frame are celebrated as the bravest warriors in all of Grandia. Alright, it's almost there. Yeah, we just got 2 more to read. Mid-grade hangar module with concentrated front-facing armor. State-of-the-art covert operation equipment made in Grandia. It was built to help troops make full use of any weaponry captured by the Gyro Verde. After the Gyro Verde were wiped out, their vast stores of weaponry were captured by Grandia. Due to the advent of these new modules, this abandoned artillery did not go to waste. Alright. And we have the SCF-19V3 Takemazuchi. Mid-grade hangar module with high weak point resistance. In order to protect against surprise attacks, its armor is concentrated in the rear. A frame developed by Avad for high-speed aerial infiltration. This frame's large thrusters and broad armor placement give an exceptional load-bearing capacity for aerial frames. Alright. Just get these upgraded. Excellent. So now, how many do we need for thrusters? Alright, so we need 10 for thrusters. Yeah, and all of our utility ones are, like, untouched. Since I found this one, it's like, hey, this one makes an instant shield. We're gonna stick to this one.
戦士様のために集めてきましたよ。
Alright.
いらっしゃいませ。
Yeah, where are all my bionics we can sell? Yeah, I got 9 of these.
ヨヨが引き取ります。
17 number 2s, 13 number 3s, 13 number 4s, 2 part 5s.
いらないんですか？いらないんですか？ヨヨが引き取ります。いらない。
There we go. Look at all this money we got now.
次のご用は何でしょう？いらっしゃいませ。
Here, why don't we buy like 30 of these?
どうぞ。
There we go.
他に何かありますか？ヨヨも回収に行ってきます。
Yeah, because this should be enough to upgrade like the rest of our armor, I would hope, that we found on us. Alright, so frame. Thruster modules. Alright, Type 13 FC Takuma. Light grade thruster modules with ultra thin armor. Favorite Nagra's Elite's Special Forces, this equipment was designed to excel in lightning fast hand-to-hand combat. In a historic battle now known as the Great Swarm, Nagra's Special Forces fended off hordes of enemies by rapidly jumping from one enemy position to another. This included heavy casualties due to friendly fire among enemy troops, and Nagra emerged victorious. Type 09 FC Kishima. Heavy grade thruster module design was concentrated front-facing armor for assault operations. Due to Nagra's frontline forces, part of the offense frame module design was to annihilate all in its path. Once active, the user hurls forward at breakneck speeds, but once it reaches full speed, it is now nearly impossible to change her direction. However, those chosen to wear these thrusters in battle have no intention of turning back. They rarely hope to make it out alive. Alright, Triple X SSX. Mid-grade thruster module with well-balanced versatile mobility modules. Details of this model design are unknown. Highly unusual frame technologies have been used to design these thrusters. Alright. Yeah, it looks like a blade thruster. Alright, FC-101 Boston. Mid-grade thruster module with excellent thermal resistance. With high corrosion resistance, this module is perfect for scanning contaminated areas. After the mass outbreak of the variants, Bavar developed this frame technology to survive the lower levels. Everyone believed that they would be safe once they developed technology to fly over contaminated Earth. That is, until the variants emerged to hunt them down. Alright. Here we have the LCF-06V4 Epona light-grade thruster module with high thermal resistance, among the oldest lightweight frame technology in the VOD. However, it is still used to this day due to its superb design. This module served as a prototype of all future high-mobility frame technology. An extremely lightweight design allows for advanced maneuverability, but lacks propulsion capacity, so it's probably just burst, not sustained run. Alright. The Avad. Heavy-grade thruster module, designed with concentrated rear armor for when the user is surrounded. Custom-made frame technology from Heros. This technology has abandoned frontal armor completely. These thrusters will not stop firing as long as their operator is still alive, making them practically effectively in melee combat. When units mount a surprise attack with this equipment, the ensuing chaos causes enemy Grandian troops to suffer heavy casualties from friendly fire. Excellent. Alright. A2C2 Karog. Mid-grade thruster module with high thermal resistance. A versatile frame of Porygon design, known for their deep interest in internal combustion engine. Porygon propulsion systems developed in well-established its reputation, while the vehicle apparatus itself was designed to reduce loss of thrust as much as possible. One could say the true stars are the thruster module it bears. Excellent. Now we have the Volcal. Mid-grade thruster module with concentrated front-facing armor, developed by Heros based on the frame designs of Porygon, and usually delivered to Grandia. Primarily used as close air support for the frontline ground forces. So long as the solid fuel burns, it will continue to ascend. Once it reaches its zenith, it will then lose all of its fury. The aerial tactics established by Korrikans fit well in Grandia's methods. Alright. DMF T02A3 Gogol. Mid-grade thruster module with concentrated front-facing armor. State-of-the-art covert operations equipment made in Grandia. They were developed to help troop make full use of any weaponry captured from Gyro Verde. Despite their large build, these thrusters excel both in speed and stealth, making them perfect for covert solo operations. Using them gives troops the advantage to break through enemy front lines and overwhelm them from within. Alright, then now we have this one, the SFFCF-19V3 Takemizuchi. Mid-grade thruster module with high weak point resistance. In order to protect against surprise attacks, the armor is concentrated in the rear. A frame developed by Abad for high-speed aerial infiltration. While its development never took into account to air-to-air combat, this frame has been known to employ hit-and-run tactics to score several takedowns. Alright. Cool. Let's now look at all these utility modules, which we've hardly used most of these. Mainly because we found this one early on. Alright, we have the LCF-05V2 Toripan, mid-grade utility module with excellent thermal resistance. Specially equipped with a plasma flare launcher, or flare technology. Plasma flares emit burst energies that interfere with targeting of heat-seeking weaponry. Alright, yeah, so it's it says flares. Some of the earliest known frame technology created by the first colony of Odd. Its special compartment contains a variety of equipment that suits the need of an unpredictable battlefield. Plasma flares are a must. Alright. Type 13 FC Takema. Light grade utility module with ultra thin armor, specially equipped with a shield overlay. Can be used to instantly deploy a defensive shield. Favored in Nograd's elite special forces, this equipment was designed to excel in lightning-fast hand-to-hand combat. This is the sole means of defense for this largely unarmored frame. Alright. Type 09 FC Kishima. Yeah, just making sure. It's like, did we read this one alright? Like, do we have a copy of this? Heavy graded utility module designed with concentrated front-facing armor for assault operations. Specially equipped with plasma flare launchers. Plasma flares emit burst energies that interfere with targeting of heat-seeking weaponry. Used Vinagre's frontline forces, part of an offensive frame module designed to annihilate all in its path. This equipment is used to do one of two things: fire plasma flares, or decimate enemies. Excellent. SSX triple X SSX. Mid-grade utility module, well-balanced and versatile mobility module, especially equipped with an omnidirectional attack mechanism. Upon use, an overwhelming burst of energy is released from the user's frame. Details of the model's origin are unknown. Its halo emits a powerful shockwave, however, it's unclear whether this technology was originally meant to be weaponized. Alright. Wonderful. FC-101 Bossum, mid-grade utility module with excellent thermal resistance with high corrosion resistance. This module is perfect for scanning contaminated areas, specifically designed to guard against corrosion swarms. This technology protects the user against corrosion damage. Vavar developed this frame technology to survive the harsh lower levels after the mass outbreak of the variants. This module is equipped with a system that detects corrosion swarms and targets them automatically. However, it loses all utility in the lower levels because the detector is constantly activated from all directions. So this one's automatic, I guess? Yeah, this one has no BP cost. So yeah, this one's automatic. Okay. Alright. LCF-06V4 Epona. Light-grade utility module with high thermal resistance, specially equipped with a plasma flare technology. Plasma flares emit bursts of energy. They interfere with the target of heat-seeking weaponry. Among the oldest lightweight frame technologies in VOD, it is still used to this day due to its superb design. This module served as the prototype of all future high-mobility frame technologies. A direct hit to a low-grade frame like this would result in critical damage, so plasma flares are essential. However, it is best to avoid such situations altogether. Now we have the Avad, heavy-grade utility module designed with concentrated rear armor for when the user is surrounded. It's specifically equipped with an autonomous counter-strike system. Not really autonomous, since this has a BP cost. This system automatically fires on enemies when attacked from behind. Custom-made frame technologies from Heros. This model had abandoned frontal armor completely. Its peculiar design and ability to counterattack from behind made it difficult for enemies to discern which way the enemy was facing. Nice. Alright. MFB T02A5, a mid, or AMDM. Mid-grade utility module with high physical resistance, especially equipped with a smoke dispenser. Activating it creates a smoke screen to hinder the user's aim. Or AIM? It's probably supposed to be aim. Grandia's for his beast mobile frame technology. To make this module easier to mass produce, its performance specs were limited to average. When the tide of battle turns, Grandia will not hesitate to withdraw its forces. After all, winning the war is more important than winning a single battle. Alright, A2C2 Karog. Mid-grade utility module with high thermal resistance, specially equipped with a reflective membrane, can be used to temporarily increase thermal resistance. A versatile frame of Porygon design. Heat-absorbing gel permeates the armor. Once absorbed, it dissipates into the air and evaporates. Porygon pursuit of speed taught them much about negating drag and combustion engines' heat generation. And that knowledge of such thermal countermeasures was deftly employed here. Excellent. We have the Sharo, heavy-grade utility module with high physical resistance. Its special armament is an An illumination drone releases an unarmed spotlight robot. This probably would have been helpful in the depths. Replacement part made in Haros, a utility module deployed with investigation in mind. Aside from its standard purpose, it is also used to help follow a lead unit in formation. Yeah. Because it was like, hey, it has a light. Alright. A9C2 Vadal. Mid-grade utility module with high physical resistance. Its special armament, it's an intercept drone. Releases an unmanned intercept robot. A utility module made in Porygon. Made as an auxiliary to follow and collect information during the test flight of A9C2 Vadal. Though they were prepared for their initial prototype to crash, its succeed and managed to operate normally. So it was promptly diverted to an autonomous attack drone. Wonderful. Now we have the Volcal. Mid-grade utility module with concentrated front-facing armor, specially equipped with hovering turrets. Ooh, nice. These turrets can be launched as hovering plasma cannons. Developed in Haros on a frame design in Porygon, it's usually delivered to Grandia. Primarily used as close air support for the frontline ground forces. Hovering turret can be more trouble to shoot down than the actual frame due to its small size. Alright, we have the LMB-413G2 Varchez. Mid-grade utility module with high thermal resistance, specially equipped with a large-scale disassembly device, can be used in exchange for a large amount of DP to BP. Standard issue equipment used from Nuclear Republic in terrestrial warfare. This equipment of choice of the Republic Patrol, which governs and defends the colonies in the name of the progenitor. When equipped, the wearer becomes a veritable walking temple, purging sin in its wake. The unwavering faith of the Quelid Knights is matched only by the loyalty of the colony of the Queen Mother. A knight's greatest glory is sacrificing themselves for its cause. Divine punishment rains down through bullets forged through their flesh and blood. Nice. Even though I don't really like giving up health for ammo. Because I remember I tested that off screen. Was it off screen? It was probably on stream. Alright. How many we got? Alright. DMF T02A3 Gogol, mid-grade utility module with concentrated front-facing armor. Specially equipped with long-range operational instrument used to temporarily extend your target range. State-of-the-art covert operations equipment made in Grandia. It was developed to help troops make use of any weaponry captured by the Gyro Verde. First production middle levels, its exceptionally large target range was almost considered excessive. Yet, as this technology made its way to the open skies to the upper levels, it became the Quelid's Aero Knight's worst nightmare. Alright. SHL-271 G4 Chevron. Light grade utility module, having discard armor in favor of weight reduction, this frame boosts non-paralleled maneuverability. Especially equipped with chaff armor, can be used to hinder any precision targeting. An aero combat frame produced in Aqualid around the time of its establishment, having served as the mainstay of airborne frames during the large-scale invasion known as the Grand Mission. This frame sacrifices all defense in the name of mobility, even leaving its skeletal structure exposed in places. Though dominant in the air, this frame suffers on land. Its aerial defeats were largely caused by S2A anti-aircraft weaponry. Alright. TLS-127G2 Farlikan. Mid-grade utility module with high thermal resistance, specially equipped with a disassembly device, can be used to exchange DP for BP. The mainstay of Qualad's airborne frames. When one leaves the ground behind, the only thing left to rely on is oneself. When Qualad's forces take on the skies, they will continue to fight, even should it mean the gunner becomes a bullet. Alright, now we have the SCF-19V3 Takemizuchi, mid-grade utility module with high weak point resistance. In order to protect against surprise attacks, its armor is concentrated in the rear. Specifically equipped with an extra propulsion unit, provides an increased movement speed. A frame developed in Avad for high-speed aerial infiltration, rather than planned development around defending your range enemy incoming attacks. This frame aims to minimize the chance of ever being attacked in the first place. Yeah, so this part is just specifically for, hey, move faster in the air since it's automatic. Alright, that's all of them. Now we'll see if I bought enough parts to upgrade all of them. I bought the wrong seeds. Good job. Alright, buy 30 again. Okay then. Yeah, so once we get these upgrades, we'll actually go out and start exploring. Nope, don't want to upgrade that yet. Oh, whatever. Yep. Cool. Yeah, because we still got... Let's upgrade this gun. There we go. There we go. Got my main weapons maxed out. Not my shoulder weapons, though. Need graphite husk. Yeah, I need 2 graphite husks. So let's see if we can actually buy those so we can get those capped. Probably not. Yeah, nope. Excellent. We read all of our armor. Let's see. Yeah, this seems fine. Build. So then, to start with, let's head back to the central cavern, since we did run across a red door there, around where we found Yo-Yo. Now, do I remember the way? I think it was up this way. Hello there. Alright, so is this going to be the faster route? Might be, even though we need to call the lift. And there it is. That's quite a long path. I wonder if that's actually terrain we can actually explore at some point. Oh wait, did I do? I crossed. Yeah, I think I'm across the path. So we may have been going the wrong way. Yeah, because this is where we found a friend. Yeah. So then, alright, so not taking the lift. Yeah, we just need to work a way across. Alright then. Yeah, just trying to find a way out. There we go. Nope. Get away. There we go. Cool, so now I just need to go down the pipe. Excellent, and some more supplies. And there's the red door. Let's see if anyone's hiding out here. Yeah. No one's hiding out here, because it's just where Yo-Yo was chilling when we initially found her. Alright, so what's through the red door? Alright. Alright. Laz 157 LGO4. Let's see, Laz. Yeah, so, yeah, this is the twin fire that we found forever ago. Okay. So now we have a second one. Very nice. Now, why was this area separated? Well, that's another nymph. Alright, cool. Let's just heal up a bit. There we go. Alright, what we got here? AR-102A5 Gladius. And we have some nerve samples. Nice. So where is the Gladius? Because to me that was looking like it was a gun. Oh, right at the top. Okay. Standard issue assault rifle. Designed by the Metamateria Megacorp in the previous age. Its extreme popular weapon adapted by many nations for its versatile and balanced performance. After those called humanity went extinct, these fossils were still produced by HUD by automatons. Alright, cool. Let's see, physical damage is 2248 at a base, while this one is at 2224. Yeah, so we might just want to rotate my main weapon over to the Gladius. Because it seems to be fairly similar, and at least has a higher attack rating. Also, let's get some ammo back, why don't we? Alright. Alright, SG-098 Francesca. That's looking like it's a shotgun. Yes, hey, we didn't have to buy this. Wonderful. A standard shotgun. Designed by the Metamateria Megacorp in the previous age, due to its former popularity, it can be found throughout HOD. Shotguns have a widespread and lack range, but are devastatingly powerful up close. Named after the Francesca, an ancient throwing axe, this weapon has a similar use in combat. Nice. Alright, apparently have the stem already. And what is this? A Paldium Bud. Nice. Alright, so I think that this area cleared out, since I don't remember any of the red doors within like the depths or the arc. Let's go back to the body chamber. Go talk to Namiya. Get some more customization points. We're working on it. Alright, we got 30. Nice. Alright. Alright. There we go. Since we said we were going to upgrade a weapon we just got off that nymph. See how much closer it is in its performance to the arrowhead. Yeah, the Gladius. There we go, up to a tier 4. Alright, let's see what we got. Also, let's just get everything up to 5. Alright, so it is better damage and weak point damage, piercing power. I'm assuming that's a tighter spread. Shots are slower, sort of aim, reduced range. How much is the range reduced? 200. Lower ammo, reload slower, heavier. Standby use 100. I don't really know what that means. Alright, standby use. Standby EP consumption. A frame, because EP consumption is a higher rate, the less EP will recover over time. Alright, so it reduces our regeneration. But yeah, this is better by like 600. So yeah, we're gonna try this one out for a bit. Maybe we'll switch back to the arrowhead. Okay. So now, I remember we found a red door in the upturned forest. Just seemingly just in the middle of a lift. Yeah, let's just take care of these guys so we're not swarmed. Alright, bye, nerd. Yeah, look at that. Excellent. Yeah, so I believe it was just through here. Or was it? I don't know. I do remember finding a red door. There we go. Man, this lift is slow. Okay. So now... Yeah, there it is. So now, how are we gonna... Unless this thing dissipates quickly. There we go. Cool. So what do we got here? Some repairing agent, looking good. Now if the last area is anything to go by, we're probably gonna have to find another nymph here. You're not a nymph. Alright, so then... Gotta way up. Let's try and explore this level first before we're changing elevation. Looking good so far. Yeah, let's go down first. Ooh boy, thought you were just gonna be a plasma thrower, but no. Let me see this, nope, not a pit. So then, what we got? More bionics, excellent. Paldium Seed. Alright. Did we take a look around down here yet? Alright. SYS 223 DGGO2 relic, so that's obviously a pistol. At least I thought it was. Ah, so it's a discharge machine gun. Discharge machine gun that excels in rapid fire. Mainly qualified, judging by the timing of its development, this weapon is likely based off the Bylor. Though they look entirely different, its barrel disc-shaped magnetic regulator improves the weapon's fire rate, but the production is costly. While the weapon was difficult to deem success due to its costs inefficiency, Aquila would eventually develop this unique armament even further. Alright. So is this a pit or actually a path down? That's looking like it's a path down. Actually, I see where that is. Actually, no, I don't know this room. What we got here? Laz 415, Attila. So where is it? Where is the Laz 415? Alright. A bubble launcher. A multi-shot bubble launcher fires 6 bubble fields at once. Alright. Created in the Republic of Aquila in the upper levels, a weapon that aimed to solve the inherent low fire rate of bubble field weaponry by simply firing more bubbles at once. Ultimately, it ended up with this unusual 6-muscled appearance. It is considered large for a handheld firearm with severely limited mobility and generally used against solitary targets. When it comes to firepower, though, this weapon is one of the most powerful portable firearms in existence. Excellent. Do we got anything else up here? I'm gonna say no, so let's dive down. What we got here? White injection. Looking good so far as I can tell. Alright, good. Yeah, I thought I heard another automaton milling about. Alright, so then... Yeah, this is where I thought it was originally leading, but hey, we're another floor up. Alright. So then, now we just need to call the elevator back. And since we went down first, now we just need to go up. Excellent. I'll just refresh in chat in case it didn't actually populate for me. Okay, so was it this side, I think? Ah, no, it's over here. Excellent. Yeah, that side's a dead end. Okay. So how many stairs upwards were there even from here? Was it just one or were there two? There are two. Says we're just looking around first. Also, did I ever jump back up? No, I didn't, because we didn't get this. Alright, Shield 217G4 Shafram. So it's like, which part is it? Well, the one part that's a tier 1. Alright, like Great Thruster Module having discarded armor in favor of weight reduction, this frame boosts unparalleled maneuverability. Alright. A narrow combat frame produced in Quailhead around the time of its establishment, having served as the mainstay of airborne frames during the large-scale invasion known as a Grand Mission, this frame sacrifices all defenses and enable mobility, even leaving its skeletal structure exposed in places. While its lightweight meant for reduced output and middling speeds, other colonies deemed the only counter gambit to be to discharge and flee in all haste. Alright. Nice. Yeah, and that's the hole we dove down. Excellent. So then with that, well, let me go up these long stairs first. See where these lead us. Alright, is there just someone waiting up here? There we go. Purification crystal, nice. Also doing that was probably, it's like, hey, you're technically not supposed to do, come up here this way. Yeah, so up these corner steps was the way we were technically supposed to do that. But it'll do. Alright, and I think with that, let's actually see if there's any other ways up from here. It's like, that's looking like it. And I can't right now remember any other mid-level red doors that are left to be explored. Alright. So now I just need to make it back to a tree, and we'll actually go forward higher up in this section. Since we already opened up the red door to the water treatment plant. We'll see what nonsense is waiting for us there. You know, I don't think we've saved, so yeah, everything should be dead. Apparently not. Cool, dealt with. Yeah, I don't remember there being any red doors within the fault area. Why don't we go back there and talk to the girl at the church? Before we move on.
どうぞ旅の疲れを癒してください。
Will do.
必要なものはありますか？
Also, let's buy the rest of the pearls off you.
お役立てください。 確かに
Also, let's buy your weapons too.
どうかお役確かに
There we go. Really wish it said how many copies of these that I had.
他に何かありますか？ありがとう
No,
ご
we're
ざいます。
good. See you then. Excellent. Alright, to the water treatment levels. Yeah, because we previously opened up this door. Let's see what's up here. It's like, what is that? Alright. Let's just circle around you. There we go. Got any more of these guys? Yep, alright. Looking good. Also, it just occurred to me, probably want short circuit purification here. Like, what was that? Oh, it's probably water reflection. Not seeing like any like liquid. Just genuinely concerned me. Seeing the reflective light. Alright. Alright, cool. Missed that. Or at least it didn't kill ya. Alright, so that's locked from the other side. That's gonna be a shortcut. Alright, so standing in water does not slowly build short circuit. Noted. Hey, more bionics. Excellent. Nice if I had like a area scanner, but that would have been nice in the darkness also. Yeah, I'd get no effects for just shooting into the water to try and find platforms. There we go. So then... Oh, hi, it's the other side of the door. Let's just open that up immediately. Yeah. Cool. Why would they have that door locked if we could access the other side so quickly? That seems odd. Alright, looking relatively good right now. Yeah, I could probably fly across to get that, but let's see if there's a ground route. There we go. Alright, more supplements. Looking good. And we have a lift up. Let's see what we got. I'd say lift up as we directly go into the water. It's like, well, that's a Sin's Funhouse level trap I haven't seen in a while. Nice. Huh. Let's see if there's even anything up here. Oh, there's a treasure chest. Alright, let's see what we got. The Ferede set. Let's take a look. Look at those wheels! Alright. Light grade wheeled mobility module. Do not eat that. Alright. High speed light grade wheeled frame produced by Harrows. Primarily used by Harrows frame units. Harrows, backed by an extensive technology ability, survives through trade. To do so requires prompt and reliable ability to receive commissions, deliver goods, and collect payments, resulting in the birth of this frame. Alright. Alright. Friday headsets. Light grade headset module. A high-speed light grade wheeled frame produced by Harrows, primarily used by Harrows frame units. Due to the extreme costs associated with equipment produced by Harrows, it was necessary to include methods by which to eradicate those foolhardy enough to install their colors, or their couriers. Alright, for a handling unit, light grade hanger module. High speed light grade wheeled frame produced by Harrows, primarily used by Harrows frame units. More often than not, these arms are used to carry goods rather than firearms. Harrows transports to protect their cargo by using themselves as shields as necessary. Alright. Alright, light grade thruster module. A high-speed light grade wheeled frame produced by Harrows, primarily used by Harrows frame units. While Harrows transports do their best to avoid engagements, they display adept combat ability when fighting becomes unavoidable. Many colonies have tried to subjugate Harrows to claim their technological prowess for themselves, but none were successful. Even the mighty Grandia chose trade over conquest. And we have Frida utility module. Light grade utility modules, specially equipped with an electromagnetic shield, can be used to gain a shield overlay. And well, we got another insta shield. One, excellent. High speed light grade wheeled frame produced by Harrows, primarily used Harrows frame units. Harrows knows that strict adherence to contractual terms and the accumulation of trust are the keys to the survival of small colonies, so their transports rely on the device to deliver goods even in the worst of battlefields. Excellent. Alright, so we're up top again. So why don't we actually, continue with this pathing. Alright, Bionics 5. Alright, so that's why this one was a dead end. Just trying to spot if there's any other platforms I could potentially fly to, but not really looking like it. Let's call the lift. Alright. Excellent. Found new frame. Whether or not we'll use it is another thing entirely. Yeah, that's looking like a no on other platforms to continue exploration in that direction. Looking good so far. Got any other friends around some corners? The answer is yes, we got some friends. Alright, what do we got here? Some repairing agents, looking good. How about no on whatever that plasma burst was? Excellent. Alright. Before we start going off on all directions, let's take care of you. There we go. Some more regeneration supplements. Excellent. Alright, let's take a look here. It's a dead end. Well, it's dead end from down here. FRT042 4A2 Flamma. Alright. Alright. A beam gun uses incendiary rounds. Inflicts cooling malfunctions. Excellent. Alright. Made in Grandia, the largest colony in the middle levels, one of the countless weapons developed during the war against the Gyro Verde, the ammunition is adjusted to bond with the target rather than pierce it, causing cooling malfunctions in exchange for using heavy, durable armor. Gyro Verde units needed larger reactors in order to move and to power their frames. Seeing this, Grandia sought to defeat their enemies by overheating them. While they succeeded, most Grandia forces would already be devastated by the time the Gyro Verde units had been incapacitated. Alright. Excellent. Yeah, that's where we came from. Circle around here. Let's just switch back to the Gladius. Alright, we got a locked door. Let's just checking up top, see if we got any friends hiding behind some blind corners. Currently looking like a no. Okay. So, obviously we want to be going out that way. But first... Is, we going up? Or are we going down? We're going down. Okay. Where's this lead from? More bionic parts, looking good. Hey! Found a shortcut. I know where this is, relatively. Yeah, just gotta go through a couple of these guys, and hey, we got access to a shortcut. Yeah, haven't used up any consumables for resupplies yet. Yeah, what was it just popped up? Oh, stuff is on sale. Alright, cool. We will take a look at those later. Oh, we got water skippers. Wonderful. Wonder if I need to actually switch to those legs at some point. Once I find them so I can access other parts of this area. Alright, looking good so far. Alright, what we got here? More bionics. Excellent. Alright, so we got 3 friends. That's looking like a plasma burst. Alright, whatever, you spotted me. You need to die first. There we go. Oh, that was a whiff. And we're short-circuiting, so let's fix that. And I don't really know what short-circuit does, but I don't want SAS effects. Alright, so we could probably fly over there. Where do you want me to go to first? Yeah, so we can... yeah, that's going to be a much more reasonable distance to cover to pick those up. Okay. Let's just fire this volley. There we go. What we got here? Paldium flower, looking good. There we go. Get rid of you while you're within my lock-on range. There we go. Yeah, probably need to be working our way over to this door at some point. Also, now that we're not being harassed, let's actually take a look and see if there's any items in here. Not looking like it. Hi. Alright, let's get some more ammo back. Okay, what we got here? Here we got a Paldium seed. Looking good so far. And Withering Pest. Excellent. Alright, got an item up there. Also, we got someone that's going to be firing at us. So let's get up there and deal with them. Let's heal up. Alright, so you backed away. Probably should have just gone with the Savi on it. And with that, wonderful. Well, cool. This is the fast travel to what we found before. Yes, it is. Excellent. Back to the started area. Looking good. Yeah, let's not worry about flying over there since we have a clear ground path. There we go. What we got here? Some biting pest. Okay. Now, where'd that water skipper run off to? Yeah, no idea where it went. Alright, more bionic parts. Looking good so far. Cool. Just taking care of those water skippers as we're coming across them. Not getting the cells off them either, because they're just falling into the water. Alright, Paldium buds. Yeah, it's like, how do we get over to that door? There doesn't seem like there's a landing path for it. Hi. Or I guess there is. We just didn't come up here and look yet. Hi. Hey, Hati. I had faith you'd come. This is our republic. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, yeah, that's a bunch of water. Through faith, we forged bonds between nymphs once shattered by bloodshed. Such is the credo of our republic. No matter your mother tree or nest, all who believe in the goddess are our sisters. Aquilid shall always be here to welcome you. Oh, what a marvelous place. Alright, cool. So, we got some more friends? Or is this like a... we just find a city? I say this could equally just be a trap. First of all, let's open up this door since this is gonna be a shortcut. Ta-da! Alright. Not looking like any friends here yet. There. Glad we didn't go and pick that up immediately since that was a trap. Let's get some more ammo back. Would you like to explain what the hell was going on there? Of course you wouldn't. Also, I may have missed a direction to go, so hang on. Yeah, no way through, it's what it's looking like. Alright. Now, where did this lead through? Ah, yes, it's just the start of the area. But yeah, let's use this for a slight shortcut. Looking good so far. Alright, so we probably need to be getting to that, which is... Does that game go down into the water? We'll find out. But first of all... what we got here? Besides, you know, a sniper in a place we can't get to him in for a bit. Excellent. Looking good so far. More supplements. I'm assuming this is the only way to this chunk of the map. Forgot to initiate a glide. Good job. Alright, so let's see what we got here first. Because this is seeming like fairly off the beaten path. There we go. What we got here? More bionic parts. Excellent. And outranged myself on that. Wonderful. Sweet. Okay. So I think that's all the mobs that are here. So now we just need to work our way up to getting these items. There we go. Excellent. So what was hit up here with such effort? Couple Paldium buds, alright. Alright, so now we need to figure out a way up top to take care of that sniper. Assuming there even is a way up for me. Oh, forgot, we were still on the sword. There we go. Excellent. Gotta be careful not to skate off to my own death. Hey, some Luminosaur. The fact that I'm still being given this makes me think, great, you're gonna have to go back into darkness. Freaking awesome. There we go. Let me see, did I look back here yet? I don't think I did. So what we got back here? Let's get some more ammo. In case we're harassed by like a number of water skippers. Oh, nice, a Paldium flower. And this is what? More bionic parts, looking good. Nice, wasn't expecting them to change the audio while looking from underwater. Yeah, but that's looking like what's hidden over here. Nothing up top there. Okay. Excellent. Okay. What's here? Well, we've got a bunch of water skippers. This is what's immediately here. Yeah, I don't like that. You actually have a shield. There we go. Alright, so what is going on here? Excellent. Yeah, this looking like it may actually be the weights that were supposed to be going instead of that tower. So why don't we take a look at this elevator first? Where's the elevator? Here's the elevator. Going up. Hopefully this leads out back onto the walkway where that sniper was. And it does. Cool. And outpace myself. Wonderful. Ooh, treasure. Alright, Sys 573 Skull. It's probably another one. Nope, it's bionic parts. Alright. Sys 713 is what we're looking for. Let's see, did we... Well, we awfully missed it. Let's see. Where is it? Yeah, because none of these have sys in them. Alright. Let's see what else we got up here. Besides this sniper. Actually, that's not the sniper. This is the sniper. There we go. Paldium Bud. And what is this? Route access code. Nice. Got some fast travels back. Alright, so let's see what's with this tower. Since it's apparently not the way forward. At least as far as I can tell. Alright. Going up, I assume. Yep. We are running low on supplies. There we go. Nope, don't want to deal with your nonsense. Let's just wait for the reload. There we go. Alright, cool. Alright, PSD 066. Let's see if we can find this gun. Alright, PSD 066. A discharged machine gun equipped with a silencer. Effective against weak points. Made in the upper levels of the colony of Bukan, designed to counteract discharged machine guns' low accuracy and firepower by getting close enough to aim at the target's weak points. The high technical skill of Bukan is apparent as the weapon operates with almost no sound. In exchange, the firepower has been reduced further, being a discharged machine gun firing this weapon will also emit a bright light, making covert escape difficult. Regardless, Bukan saw no issue with these drawbacks. Excellent. Just looking up, see if there's any sniper nests above us. Alright, some fragment grenades. Excellent. Anybody wait for me up here? Not looking like it. Hey, well, not directly. Excellent. Alright, let's see what we got, though. Hello there. The dial. Is that a back weapon? Or I guess it's an actual gun. Wonderful. The Dial, a high-caliber bubble launcher that launches high-velocity projectiles. Created by the colony of Heros in the middle levels, bubble launchers are known for their poor accuracy due to low projectile velocity. This weapon solution was to adopt a new closed-style weapon body. The generated bubble was also condensed as a result, making it effective against armed targets. However, the weapon must now be cooled after each shot. The focus on accuracy over fire rate was considered too Gyro Verde-like for Grandia, or its creation, and its widespread adaptation was scrapped. Alright. Anything up top here? Alright, looking like a no. Alright, let's see if we can glide over. Nope, because we found a death plane. Wonderful. Alright, so, that it's like we were wrong. The tower wasn't the way forward, which is why we double backed to it. So, alright then. Now from here there were two areas to look at, right? Yeah. Alright, took the elevator. These may loop back into each other. So let's just make sure of that. Now this one looks like it's probably the actual way forward. So we'll stick to the inside. Nope, try again. Yeah, I'm out of range to lock onto you, so let's get out of here. Excellent. Now we're not out of range. There we go. Let's just heal up. Excellent. Alright, this is looking like it's isolated, so it's probably just going to be a lift up to the top of this tower. It's a fast travel to somewhere. Hey, back at the start. Wonderful. Let's resupply. Also, I think there was a path we didn't take. Because there were two directions we could immediately choose from, and I chose one that had reflections. Yeah, so we didn't go over here yet, I think. So, hello there, another frame. Yeah, not seeing anything. Alright, cool. So once we could find, like, another talking head, we could attach it to this thing and possibly get some stuff. But that may just be, like, various new game pluses that you can only attach it to one per playthrough. Yeah, so cool. Since I've already made my decision on that, probably won't remember where the rest are. Okay. Alrighty then. Going up the tower. No friends up here. At least immediately. Alright. Yeah, I don't think I can particularly glide from here over to it. Let's just take the path back. Alright, excellent. Alright, but still need to work my way around to actually start the path. So just right around here. Yeah, leave that water skipper alone. Okay. Let's just work our way back over here. Yeah, because I'll need to be dealing with that bullshit. Excellent. Alright. Sweet. Alright, let's go back and get this. You know, I'm assuming we just need to be going through that doorway. But we got the rest of this chunk of the area to explore. Which might be that we have to arc over around to the doorway first. Nope, not this way at least. Yeah, that's looking like the way through. Alright then. Good job. Seems like, what is that? Alright, yeah, it's just one of these guys. Just looked weird for some reason to me right there. Just taking care of this water skipper. Alright, cool. Alright, got some items over there. Excellent. So what's so hidden about these? Alright, regeneration supplements. Some more luminous ore. And some incendiary grenades. Alright, just some general supplies. Also, we missed this item. More supplements. Now, the next question is, are we going to have trouble getting back? Alright, see there's an item up top, but do we have access to even getting up there from here? Oh, yeah, we do. At least theoretically. Hello there. Another shortcut. Where did this link back to? I forget. Ah, just the start of the area. Because this lift goes over to the first door. That's off to the left. Okay, so now we just need to work our way all the way back to this main part of the platforms. Working great. Missed my swing. Excellent. Alright. Now we just got up here. And these 2 items. Alright, cool. Essentially just some money. Excellent. As far as I can tell, this area is fully explored. Now I just need to go through that huge doorway. Good job! Good job watching where you're driving. Alright, let's heal up at least 1 and get some more ammo. Great, that was a whiff. Excellent. Hello there. Little guy here. Haldium husk. Excellent. Yeah, not seeing any platforms to work with down here. At least took care of that water skipper because I'm sure it'd be harassing us. Alright. What do we got down here? Well, this little guy. Alright, time to go. Okay. So we got a way up. Taking care of that water skipper. Do we got anything else around here before we possibly head up? Oh, we got some treasure. Alright. S9 3C Bracer. is the S9C3. Alright. A large bubble field cannon. Don't melt that. Alright. Created in the former colony of Porak, in the lower levels, the largest plasma cannon built for frames. It was developed during the variant wars with vast resources, and finally used at the brink of Partika's demise. It was not an effective weapon against variants, making it a mystery as to why they used their precious resources on it. One theory states that they were trying to make a new propulsion engine utilizing plasma, and this was its byproduct. Records show that Porika's detonation to the last of their fuel and munitions, immolating themselves and the surrounding variants alike. They had planned to use their plasma propulsion engine to go to the middle levels with their queen. The story of two endings. One of the engine backfired and they self-eliminated. Two, they escaped Hod and freed themselves. The latter ending is preposterous. Alright. Nice. We got a large gun. Whether or not our current frame could even use that efficiently, because it's probably too heavy. Is that a Strider? Yeah, that's looking like that's a Strider. So, let's go. Yeah, water treatment level. So, where was this then? Yeah, it didn't say it was anything. Yeah, so before we go up top, I think there was another pass to take a look at. Here we go. Excellent. Alright, nice. High-grade supplements. And what were you garring up here? More supplements and an Azure injection. Do we miss some pickups? No. Okay then. More Paldium seeds, looking good. Alright, so through here, then we'll go up top. let's just wait for this to fully charge. There we go. Yeah, was this just an alternate way up top? Nope, this is a different area. Excellent. What were you guarding? Some Paldium buds, nice. Yeah, so I think this is the only way forward. Looks like that's an actual doorway, so maybe not. Well, yeah, this is... Or is that how we got up here? Yeah, this might be... That might be the starting area that I was looking at. Okay. So what's this Strider? Oh, that's not a Strider, that's a giant drone. There we go. And let's use another one. Excellent. There we go. Don't need to be dealing with your nonsense. Oh, that's giant drone. Wonderful. Yes. Yeah, that's looking like it. So then, why don't we just use this? Say it gets us relatively closer. Doing great! Alright, looking good. Yeah, let's just wait till this can get recharged. Okay. Also, up there is a shortcut, but I need to go back and figure out, alright, what was that a shortcut to? Just like minimize how much stuff I'm rolling between. Oh yeah, so it goes up here, this warps back to the start of this area. This elevator goes down to... Is this the door outside? Yes, okay. Yeah, because that's only 2 mobs we're gonna have to go through by using this shortcut sequence. There we go. Okay then. Let's just wait, so... Yeah, we can do that. Should be able to just ignore this water skipper. Also, I missed that item. Yeah, because it didn't jump down when I was up there. Great, missed that. Doing fantastic. Alright, so what is this? More Paldium buds, alright. Nope, couldn't quite make it. Alright, so next thing are those giant drones. At least by judging that there's one missing from here, it's a one and done. Which is, good for me. Great, missed that. Oh god. Well, I'm dead. Alright. Technically made no progress doing that. Alright. Yeah. Like, they didn't even break through my shield. They just gave me a status that disables my lock-on. Okay. Looking good so far. Fantastic whiff right there. Alright then. Just making our way up. Hopefully this time all of our health doesn't mysteriously melt away. Probably because I wasn't taking cover when we got hit by a railgun. There we go. Yep, haven't aggroed the giant drone yet. Hi. Alright. Excellent. Now we just got another one of these drones to deal with. Excellent. Alright, let's get some ammo back then. Cool. Dealt with those giant drones. Nope. Don't need to lock on to hit you with a sword. Oh god. Yeah, glad we got some structures in the way that I could use to jam you up. Alright, so how many paths forward do we actually have? Look like maybe it's just one? Hey, a Paldium Husk. Nice. Let's just take a look around here first. Yeah, just gotta keep going up. Yeah, don't see any treasure chests. Alright then. Let's make sure we get some ammo back. That's seemed like an odd place for a load zone. It's like, no, 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 no. There we go. Any giant drones? We got a boss fight, alright. And that was a whiff, great. Okay. And to get a boss fight, do we have a fast travel point nearby? I'm going to assume no. That's why we're just going to continue looking around first, before we begin to commit ourselves. Alright, so this is probably my fast travel point. Only gotta fight my way through one mob. Alright, so through here. What's my connection back? Is this at the Star Water Treatment? I think it was. Yes, it was, so just skip the entire zone right here. Alright, so let's just reset. Alright. And let's see what sort of nonsense we're going to have to deal with this fight. I would say, how hard could this be? It's like last several boss fights beating against other nymphs. At this point, you don't want to be asking how difficult this could be. Ooh, I thought the game froze right there. And that's another whiff. Wonderful. Okay, so we got a bunch of pillars and some water. Doesn't look like we have any particular pits to worry about. Alright, let's see what this is about. Alright, dual compression guns. Rim, the Royal Guard. We seem to be chunking you down fairly easily, though. Do you have a phase 2, or did we seemingly plan accordingly? Looks like we planned accordingly, unless you have a phase 2. Wonderful. Alright, so that's a phase 1. Royal Guard Corps. Okay. I want to take care of you since you will repair Realm. Except the question is, do you both have a total shared health bar? Yeah, since they're just trying to focus you down, but we probably should have been focusing on Realm first. Now to find out if we're gonna skip phase 1. Once we work our way up there. go. Alright. Where are we starting in this encounter? Yeah. So we just gotta chunk through a realm. There we go. Alright. That was a bad decision. Alright, cool. Gotta get out of this minefield. Getting up. Alright, cool. Alright. Let's get some ammo while the shield's up. Probably want to be right there. Almost got this done. Yeah, so they do have a shared health bar. There we go. Just focusing down realm seems to be more effective than trying to take out the repair unit. Okay. So did either of them drop something? Also, I think Realm was guarding this way. Hello there, what is this? Eden, the head of the Prime Church. This was unexpected. Seedlings are always fascinating, far cry from nymphs, who only know subservience. Take this. Her receptionist awaits. Alright. Her cultural visit. Why? Why do you act the fool? It is a waste of time. Quarreling shall bring only joy to the wretched pile of the detritus. Go forth. Do with thou and thou alone desire. I, Eden, slayer of the All-Mother, shall allow it. Alright. What did you just give me? Her cordial visage, an object of unknown purpose. An archetype cell, the progenitor of all cells. A superimmense data medium which records all information within the world itself. The world on its own. Perhaps this world too. What the hell are you talking about? Shell? Alright, you don't talk. Hello there. What is this? A Kralian Templar humanoid. New faces and hairs. Excellent. Alright, so let's go back to Namiya and see if she can tell us what the hell this is about. Just looking around to see if an item was actually dropped that I missed. Going to assume no. Alright. But what we're going to be doing is that we're actually going to reload this area, see if there's a... Because there's a bunch of weapons here. Just wondering if we need to reload to get the drop, like when we fought the unknown soldier. So I'm wondering if that was supposed to be the, like the Ornstein and Smaug, or like the Godskin duo type of fight. Right there. Oh, what was it in Code Vein? The Blade Sister and the Cannoneer, I believe it was the dual fight. Okay. So first of all, let's reset. And let's go back and see if there's now an item drop. And then we'll go back to Namiya. See if she can tell us anything about what the hell this thing is. Since we at least still need to theoretically finish repairing her body. But it could be like in Bloodborne. It's like, no, that was just your initial goal. You don't care about that anymore. Hello there. Got someone else waiting. Are you gonna fight me? Can't log on to you yet, so I'm going to assume no, you can. Yeah, so you're just here now? Yeah, so, Thrill Corpse, just, invisible in this refight? Yeah, it seemed like it's just invisible. Yeah. Wonder if this is a glitch. Alright, let's get some more ammo. There we go. This is bad. Let's get some more ammo back. Yeah, as you can see, like, where is she? This fight seeming way longer. Alright. Say, where'd she go? There she is. Where'd she go? There she is. Yep. Only got my sword left. Yeah. Seeming like something glitched out. So I'm just gonna get on out of here then. Hello there. The Eden set. Excellent. Cool. Not going back out there. Let me see, where's my route access? Route access. Alright, let's go back to Namiya. Excellent. Let's see if these guys have anything new to say.
戦士様のために集めてきましたよ。
Thanks for that.
いらっしゃいませ。
Oh boy, we're getting kind of low. Let's pick up
ありがとうございます。
30 of both of these.
どうぞ。
Okay.
他に何かありますか？
Currently, no.
ヨヨも回収に行ってきます。
Excellent. Also, let's see what that new equipment we found was. Alright. Got the elf face. And a sneaking suit, pretty much. Yeah, Quellian Templar outfit. Nice. Form fitting. Too form fitting.
私の体を
Take back my body. That is your purpose. Yeah. I see. Who's
み
Eden?
んなこいつのせい。
It's all her
とある
fault.
女王が
She's why the queen was rendered a powerless puppet while Clea began to call himself a nation, preaching.
教会を
That nymph built a church, built a republic, and now she's trying to build a queen.
作ろうとしてる。うまくいくといいね。
Good luck to her.
他に何か
Anything else? Alright, cool. Well, Eden's dead. As far as I can tell. So, why don't we actually take a look. The Eden set. Jeet of Tyrus. Heavy grade flying mobility module with excellent DP. Alright. Developed under the direct supervision of Eden, the head of the Prime Church. for her exclusive use. Well, now we got it. This veritable aerial temple boosts sublime appearance with equivalent technology lavishly invested to better display the church's authority. That said, details of its abilities are yet unknown, and because it is continually being upgraded with the latest technology, it is difficult to estimate what it's truly capable of. Alright. And the helmet for the Eden. Heavy grade heads-up module with excellent DP, developed under the direct supervision of Eden, held the Prime Church for her exclusive use. This frame has extremely advanced information communications and computing abilities. Therefore, truthfully, its combat ability comes second to its functions. This frame is, in essence, the church and the extension of Quailade itself. Alright. Eden G12 Tyrus. Heavy grade hanger module with excellent DP. Developed under the direct supervision of Eden, the head of the Prime Church, for her exclusive use. A spec sheet proposed to contain the details of this frame once leaked. According to the sheet, the frame would require 3 sets of arms, including rear arms, to unleash full potential. For this to be true, however, the head of the church herself would need to have 2 pairs of arms. Regardless, the nymph involved in this case have all disappeared, and so none who remain who pursue the matter. Alright? Alright, due to the frame being used exclusively by Eden, its miniature are unknown. It is said that the sister frame to this once existed somewhere in the world. It is said to have assailed colonies such as Favar and Jarpride in the final days, observed the end of the great detail, and report back to the head of the church. Alright. And its utility system. Alright, heavy grade utility module with excellent DP, specially equipped with optical camouflage, making the user appear transparent, preventing optical detection. Alright, nice. Probably still won't use it. Developed under the direct supervision of Eden, had the Prime Church for her exclusive use. The device achieves complete transparency due to the immense resources and technological know-how required to create it. It is the only one of its kind. Nice. Why don't we go to the twins and upgrade this?
我が刃は何を望むの？我が刃のために。
Yeah, so this one starts at a 13.8 DP. Well, what do we have on? We have on only has a 8,000 DP. Let me see, what this thing carrying capacity? 2250. Well, this is 1720. Yeah, so we're probably just gonna swap out to the Eden set.
我が刃にふさわしき姉妹よ。我が刃にふさわしき姉妹よ。我が刃にふさわしき姉妹よ。我が刃にふさわしき姉妹よ。
How far can we pump up? Cool, we capped it. Alright, nice.
我が刃の赴くままにご武運を
Excellent. So let's put on the Eden set. Actually, first of all, we're just going to travel over to the Central Cavern. Mainly because I just want to see how badly the thing drops on a glide. Yeah, since it's a heavy frame now. Yeah, it seems to drop relatively slow. Maybe drains a little bit faster than I would like. And that seems to be a descended boost. Can't say airborne as long. And its max speed is like way slow compared to what we were using. But hey, it's a heavy frame. That's anticipated. So, we're gonna call it for now. Yeah, so next time, which should probably be... It's Wednesday, right? Forgot what freaking day it was. Yes, it's Wednesday. Yeah, so we should be back up on Saturday, and we should be starting to go through... Oh, that was the wrong menu. Good job. Not the arc, because we probably need to get the rest of the things in the upper level, or in the further levels of the Horror Nest and the Forbidden Domain. Which I'm actually going to check where the... Oh yeah, this one had a large door. Yeah, this one had a large door to go through for the boss fight. You see, it's like, this one had like 5 separate ways to go through. Yeah, it's just through there. Yeah, I can't be patient with this overheating. Yeah, with this setup, I might need to be putting some more points into actual EP. Yeah, so we just need to go through here. Yeah, which we will be doing on Saturday. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Also gonna check, hey, no frame drops. Excellent. So then, like I said, thank you guys so much for joining me. We should be back on Saturday. Hopefully it won't be extensively late. Like last week's Saturday stream was. Because like I passed out after like numerous shows I was watching.